Good morning on Monday. It's a brand new week. It's a brand new waffle. It's the same old me. It is 10:20. I've been awake for several hours. You go there. Several hours. I've just finished editing the first part of the waffle. And then I was pottering around tidying up in here. And I decided where I would put my sticker. So Max Howard sent me, for my birthday, one of the things he sent me was a little sticker and it says huzzah. And I thought, where am I most likely to want a little celebratory huzzah? And I decided on the scales. So look. Huzzah! And now every time I lose some weight, I shall go huzzah when I get off the scales. I have to go to the unit and home bargains this morning. So, so that's next on my list. Unit trip. I've got to pick up 2 items and Tammy's going to pick up 1. This is not how we make our first million. Unit's done. Home bargains is done. £52 is done. £52 in home bargains. Yeah, so home bargains done, £52 later. Let's go home. What you got?
Egg and cress sandwich.
Egg and cress sandwich. I had a tuna one from Tesco meal deal. I regretted it. If you want a tuna sandwich, come to home bargains. They're only, I think, £1.09 or something like that. And they are way better than the ones that you get in Tesco's. Okay, you ordered it there first. News flash. I got this in home bargains. It's a strawberry popping boba tea. I had one sip out of the can and wasn't impressed, but once you put it with ice, it's a lot nicer. And it was 99p, which is not the end of the world, I suppose. Oh no, I tell you, it was 69p. 69p is not bad. And not a great many bubbles, boba pearls in it. Not many of them. I bought this in home bargains as well, so I'm going to hang this up and take down the old one that doesn't work. Get back up there. Not helpful behaviour from you. What? I mean, you must have stood up the first time I put you up there. Why aren't you standing up now? There you go. Maybe you're not working because your solar panel is so filthy. That could have a lot to do with it. Because you're under the hedge and there's no sun there. Top of that's absolutely minging. I've cleaned that. I've cleaned it and hung it back up out of interest to see if it will work. Now it's clean, but I think it's dead. Just dropped Max car off. Garage over the road there. It's got to have the tracking done. And then the MOT retest. I was going to come and sit on the grass and then I realised that that's direct sunlight, but I think further up I can see a bench under a tree. So this is the one I've rejected because that's literally just sitting in direct sun. It's a bit overcast today, but the sun is there. And I think I'll be hot very quickly there. But there's one under the tree there. I think that's the one for me. Park bench has always been this low to the ground, or is it my knees? I felt myself folding up before I could sit down. And after I sat down, I think I spotted 2p in the grass, but you'll have to stay there for a minute because the castanet sound that my knees are going to make when I try and stand up is something I want to put off as long as possible. Some poor soul has left their spectacles behind. I bet they regretted that when they got home. I came for a lie down because I was very tired, but it is actually time for the evening dog walk. And should I tell you how I know? Oh, she's gone. Boof. Boof. This is how I know. There are little signs, aren't there? that tell me what time it is, even if I don't bother looking at a clock. Oh, I've got mascara all over my pillow, yay. I did not want to come out on this dog walk, I was not feeling it. Going to lie down at 5 o'clock was a big mistake because I didn't want to get back up again. How gorgeous is the sky tonight though? That looks stunning. But yeah, here we are, we're out. It's been very, very hot again today, very close, humid. Baby's running off some steam. Bella's got it about her. Come on, you two, let's run. Let's go, let's burn some off. Got a stick. Wow, look at that stick. That's a brilliant stick. Good stick game, strong game. You gonna get it, Bella? Share the stick? No? Okay, let's go then. Let's go. Bring it then, Doris. Bring it then. Good girl. Look at that. What a good stick. Hi, Ted. Come on then, babes. Everything is very, very dead. Well, they're not. The 12-foot brambles are still thriving, God knows how. Everything else is very dead and very crisp underfoot. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow and Wednesday, apparently. 50% chance of rain on both of those days. Bella, come. Bella. Bella, this way. Bella. This way. Good girl. And part of me's like, oh my God, we could do with the rain to break it up a bit. And part of me's like, you watch these weeds spring into action as soon as it rains. So we're going to go mental again up here. My evening meal, which is one of those little snack bowls that I showed you before. Look at the size of my hand next to it and the fork. It's just basic salad with some ham chunks. It was one of my favourite meals when I was calorie counting before, though this is a different dressing. Whether or not I can eat salad yet, we don't know. We'll find out if and when it goes down. If it doesn't go down, we'll know it didn't go down. Hi, Ted. It's 2:10 on Tuesday, and I have not recorded anything yet today. And with that, we've cleaned the paddling pool out this morning. That was a task. That was a horrible task. It was very green, but it's been cleaned properly now. I haven't started refilling it yet. You know, I didn't enjoy it, but we got it done. And then I had a shower and washed my hair because I was covered in algae. And now we've come out for lunch. It's just soup. You've turned it into soup.
No, all the veg is under here. Carrots, see?
It's raining. I remember this. I don't remember it being quite as heavy as this, but I remember it. It's torrentially raining. It's absolutely belting it down. I think it's the first time in about 10 years. Emptied out the paddling pool this morning. It's probably nearly full again now. I need to wrap up my silly bingo prizes for tonight, and then I need to do the happy mail. So, silly bingo prizes first. I have got a chocolate bar. Where's the tape? Have you robbed my sellotape? Not you, Tammy.
What?
Have you stolen my sellotape? Yeah.
I like to think it was our sellotape.
Do you?
Yeah.
Apparently she likes to think of it as our sellotape. It's not our sellotape, it's my sellotape. Luckily I have another roll, but she's taken my sellotape dispenser. So, there you go, chocolate bar. A light up yo-yo. Will that fit in this bag? I hope so. All the way up maybe? Yep.
It.
Yeah, but you waited till the moment of the day when I wanted it to take it.
Sorry. See, I've got you doing your Happy Meal when you're not recording.
And then this, which is absolutely not going to fit into one of those little bags. But it will fit in one of these. That's those done. And now I need to do Happy Mail. I'll be back. Okay. This week's Happy Mail recipient is Lisa Daniel, and her email says, "Hi Carla, please could you consider adding me to the Happy Mail drawer? I love cats, reading, wax melt and quizzes." She then goes on to tell me something that is quite personal, so I'm not going to read that part out in case that's something she didn't want sharing, okay? And she then goes on to say, "Your videos bring me joy and I enjoy all your content, so thank you, Lisa." So, cats, reading, wax melts and quizzes. I'll be back in a moment when I've looked in my box. Okay, that was a good strong brief today. Cats, reading, wax melt and quizzes. Well, it's not strictly a quiz, but it is somewhat of a puzzle, and it's cats. Look, I've got this Patricia McCarthy 100-piece cat jigsaw puzzle. So I thought that Lisa might enjoy doing that. Let's take the price off the back. There we go. And then wax melts. Look at these. These are by a company called Devon Wick. And these ones are cherry bakewell, and they smell gorgeous. I literally just sitting there going, they smell so nice. So some wax melts, cat puzzle, and then just a little extra because of the personal thing that Lisa shared with me that I didn't read out to you guys because, like I said, it's somebody else's personal life. But I've just got this little pack of little motivational cards, and I thought perhaps when Lisa is having a hard day with the thing that she talked to me about, she can maybe pull one of these out and give herself a little bit of a boost. So you've got "Never be afraid to shine bright," and "You are powerful, brilliant, beautiful and brave. Don't look back, you're not going that way," things like that. And then one of these, because I love these. These are the little loved key rings that I bought from So Helen Richardson. And that's the first one of those that I'm sending out. So that can go, these can go into one of these little envelopes. Said she confidently, they can go into one of these little envelopes. Like so. And then I'll wrap those two together, and then I'll wrap these two separately, I think. There's very little space on my desk because I've been very untidy recently and I haven't got around to putting stuff away. Okay. I've got some gorgeous new paper that came the other day. Look at that, isn't that pretty? I'm going to get these wrapped and find a card, and then it can go in the post tomorrow.
Lean into the tension for release. Good things come with ease. Don't resist. Thoughts and words hold power to make light. You will always win if you keep your peace. Breathe in, breathe out. Just relax. Good will flow. Breathe in, breathe out. Healing comes as you grow. Do the things you know will light your fire. Make tomorrow proud of this day. Authentic is the key to connect. Build the skills you need to ride the waves. Breathe in, breathe out. Just relax. Good will flow. Breathe in, breathe out. Healing comes.
We have just finished Silly Bingo, and tonight I have won Well, strictly speaking, I did not win this. Tracy won this, but she gave it to me. It is a jar of sun-dried tomato paste. I did, however, win some scouring pads. They're going to come in very useful, I'm sure. And a bingo pencil case. I think that's everything I won tonight. I don't think I've hidden anything else. I didn't do very well. I intended for it very much to be the Carla show. And it didn't work that way. Everybody else won and just left me in the dust because they're horrible, horrible people. All of you people who think I've got lovely friends, they're not. Look at them. Look at their evil, crowing faces.
That looks like I got no trousers on from this angle.
She's got no trousers on from that angle. Look, for the first time I've remembered to come out and look at the lights and see if they're working. Those are working. Those are working. The trickly lights are working. The tree is not working. Why are you not working, tree? That tree should be on. Those are working. I don't know why the tree's not on. You should be on, tree. Well, the tree is switched on, so I guess it just didn't get enough sun today. But these ones are doing okay. Those are not as pretty as I hoped they'd be. They're all right, but they're a bit meh. And these are definitely dead. These are the ones that I hung back up thinking they might come back to life, but they're definitely dead. Right, I'm going to bed. See you tomorrow. Good morning. It is a day of the week. Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I am working today, as you can see. But before I go to work, I have finished another book. This is one that Lex sent me just after I had my op. So I didn't start it straight away. I was in the middle of a couple of others. I've been on this one about 3 weeks, picking it up in bits and bobs. It is Kathy Burke's, would you call it, I suppose you call it a memoir, autobiography memoir. And it's been easy to pick up and dip into because it's very small chapters. Each chapter is just a couple of pages defining one particular moment in her life. You know, although it does follow a timeline of as she's born and she ages through, it's split up into very easy to comprehend chapters and very easy to dip into and out of. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's really interesting. I didn't know much about Kathy Burke's backstory before, and I found it really, really interesting. And also I didn't realise that she had deliberately stepped away from acting and gone into directing around about 20 years ago. Obviously I knew I'd seen her in fewer things, but that does happen, doesn't it? Some actors become less popular or whatever. I didn't realise that she made an active decision to start turning down lots and lots of very lucrative roles because she wanted to be directing more than acting. So it's very interesting. £5 is going into my tin, which is £5 for every book I've read this year in 2026. There we go, that's another one going in. And as always, I'll link this one in case you want to have a look at it. Right, I'm off to work. I need to go and find some lunch, get my ice ready to take to work. I take ice, I take a protein drink for the mornings. And yeah, then another day at the coalface. Right, it's 8:30. I'm actually leaving for work a little bit earlier because I want to take parcels on the way. And because I was ready. Because I was ready, so I thought I might as well. So, just made a hole in myself with ice, would you believe? Of all the weird things to cut yourself with, I cut myself with a piece of ice. Although you can, because I remember watching an episode, was it Bad Girls or something like that, where they stabbed a prison warder to death and they couldn't find the weapon. There was just a surprising puddle next to him, and it turned out they'd made a dagger out of ice and stabbed him with that. So there you go, you can kill someone with ice, and you can also make a small hole in your palm. I'm just trying to bash the ice into my flask. I take ice to work with me in one of my insulated flasks to have in drinks through the day at work, because our little fridge at work has no ice box in it. Right, off to work I go. Hi-ho. Yesterday morning, as Natalie and I drove along Greystoke Avenue, I saw a really nice mirror, and then a little bit further on, really nice, one of those little circular wall shelves, you know, it's like a metal circular frame with a couple of shelves across it. And I was like, oh, I'll go back for those on the way back. And then we went back a different way and I forgot. And then last night when I drove along Greystoke, I was trying to look and see if they were still there, but it was dark and I couldn't remember quite where they were. So I'm going to have a third attempt at seeing if they're still there today. I suspect they are gone. I don't need the mirror. I just went, that's a nice mirror. I don't need that, but I don't need the wall shelf, but I would like the wall shelf. I was saying to Nat yesterday, it would be very nice. I've been following a girl on Facebook Reels, I think it is. Well, I suspect she's on TikTok as well. When I saw it's Facebook Reels, I've been watching her. And her username is the second-hand sis. She's in America. I could have pulled out then, didn't I? She's somewhere in the US. Bear with, tricky junction. Oh, for pity's sake, I may have to live here. He was waving his arms at me, so I laughed at him. That would have pissed him off even further. As I was saying, she's somewhere in the US, and basically she sets herself a challenge every month to make a certain amount of money each month as a side hustle through selling what other people put out for the bin men or whatever. And she made £1,000 in July. I would love to do something like that. I would love to go around collecting other people's discarded treasures and selling them on Facebook Marketplace or whatever, but you have to have somewhere to keep things, and I don't. I definitely do not have any room in my house for starting to fill it up with other people's discarded stuff. But for example, the mirror I saw yesterday, somebody would have bought that on Facebook. And there it is, it's still there. It's still there, but somebody has broken the glass out of it. So now it's no longer a mirror, it's just an interesting shape. This is the problem, you should always pick things up when you see them at first. Yeah, like I said, I'd love to pick up other people's discarded treasures and sell them on Facebook for not very much money, so that other people would love them. But you have to have somewhere to keep this stuff, and I think one of the benefits for people in the US is that they tend to have larger houses than us, and basements and things like that, and wraparound porches, and I realise that's not the whole of the US. I realise I'm very much generalising. That the shelf is nowhere to be seen, so that must have been snapped up by somebody else. I realise I'm generalising. I'm sure lots of people in the US live in small places without much storage space, but the people I seem to see doing this kind of thing seem to have somewhere to put the stuff in between times if it doesn't sell very quickly. Well, that's a green light. I'm going to make myself very, very popular with other road users if I don't go when the light is green. Right. Another inconsequential ramble out of the way. I'm off to work. I'll see you this evening.
Many hours later.
I have come home from work today feeling very out of sorts. I've got a bit of a headache. I felt very grumpy and gloomy when I got home from work. I'm not sure why. I've brought myself up to bed, put my pyjamas on. I've sat here and I've drafted a bag of stuff. I don't know how many it was. Bear with. Such fun. I'll just count up how many I've done. 18 drafts I've done. I've got a whole other bag sitting next to me that I was going to do as well, and I'm not feeling it. Like I said, it's not even a proper headache. It's just if you know when you shake your head and you're like, oh, it's there. And I'm feeling very, very out of sorts. So I'm going to call it a day. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to Mum's together. That'll be nice, won't it? Calm. Somebody's had a little fire here, which luckily has not taken hold very well because we had the rain. Just as well we had the rain, otherwise all of this would have gone up. Good morning on Thursday. I am off to Mum's today. I've coerced Tammy into coming with me. Mum's got a voucher for the Fox and Goose, which we've been to a couple of times before, and she is a sucker for a voucher. If you want to sell my mother anything, send her a money off voucher, because she is an absolute demon with a voucher, to the point where apparently they've sent her 2 lots and she's worried that we won't be able to use them both in time before they expire. She is a marketing person's dream, my mother. So yeah, Tammy's going to come with. I'm just out on the dog walk, obviously, and then we're going to go back, round up Tammy and go over to Mother's. I did sit in bed today and start doing some listing, and then I got sidetracked and complaining to Amazon. So I broke the washing line pole the other day, trying to use it to balance to get out of the paddling pool. I snapped it in half. And so I went onto Amazon. First we went to Home Bargains and they didn't have any. And I thought, okay, I'll just order one on Amazon. And I specifically spent more getting one that said Amazon Prime next day delivery, because I wanted it in a hurry. I could have had a cheaper one and waited longer. And then it didn't arrive. And then when I looked at it, it said, delivery delayed, expected so-and-so, travelling by Every. Now, if I order something that's listed as Amazon Prime, I expect Amazon to be delivering it using their Prime service. And it annoys me that they've now allowed third-party sellers to list stuff on Amazon Prime, promising next day delivery when they can't fulfil it. So I've been a bit complaining this morning, and they've given me 2 months of Prime free as compensation, but I still haven't got my flipping line prop. Hello, Teddy. Wrong one. Teddy's just arrived. Look, we've got more than one Teddy. And Charlie, who's not quite as people friendly. Are you, Charlie? Or indeed friendly at all. Charlie's a little bit more reactive. Right, we're on our way to my mum's. So we stopped in the charity shops, as you do if you don't enjoy listing stuff on eBay. And here's what I bought. Here's what I did buy, as Lex would say. He's wrapped this up in some lovely, I don't know, but that medical grade tissue paper.
It's good stuff.
Feels like that stuff that they roll out onto the couch before you lie down for a unpleasant experience. Yeah. I got this M&S mug with a J on it, £1.50. To you, bag lady. I got an egg coddler, the large size, £3. Royal Worcester these are. Whether it's some go for huge amounts of money, some don't, and no, my luck, this will be one that doesn't. But £3 for an egg coddler, which will fit back inside here in a second. I got another M&S mug, which is the letter R, I believe. Yeah, these sell reasonably well. I've done okay with those. That will fit in there, you see, like so. To the bag lady. Tammy found this, which we thought we would try for me for cruise. It's a 26-28, and who knows, by then it might be too big. It might already be too big, you don't know. But it is yours clothing, and it was half price. It was down from £7 to £3.50. So it is a dress, pattern dress. Smells very nice. Somebody had nice washing powder.
Oh, they did.
Yeah. And then I picked up a Bowden skirt to sell on, because it was half price. It was £2. So a little Bowden cotton mini skirt. That was in the Break charity shop, £11.50 there. And in St Peter's Hospice, hang on while I reach past you, I got a British Library British Library Crime Classics. This is a telegram from Le Touquet, and I don't know if I've read that or not. I don't think I've read it. If I have, it will be a long time ago. But this is Inspector Blampignon of the Sûreté Nationale. I think perhaps he's used that detective in another story, because that name sounds familiar. You gonna sneeze? Yawn? Die? Yawn.
I don't think the viewers need to see that.
I got some gift wrap for Happy Mail. This is William Morris Willow pattern. £1.49. I got this for Happy Mail. I thought somebody might enjoy getting this. It's 365 Days of Art. So if anybody in my Happy Mail says that they enjoy drawing or whatever, then basically there's a little prompt each day for you to do something artistic. So I picked up that for Happy Mail, so I won't tell you how much I paid. It is new and unused. And then I picked up this in the hopes that it'll work for my watch, but it might not be the right size. It is an Apple Watch strap. I'm more confused than this than I like to admit. I'm very confused by that.
It pulls it out to expand it, doesn't it?
Maybe. There's another bit of sticker there that I hadn't previously noticed. That doesn't want to come off. Whether it will fit my watch or not, I don't know. And the level of confusion I've come to over it has already given me £2.99's worth of interest, hasn't it? It is the right size for my watch. It is. Right, so one side slid in perfectly well, but this side doesn't seem to want to bend enough to go in. And then what do we do to do it up? We get Tammy to do it up, is what we do. She's fast becoming my carer. There we go. It's a little on the large side for my wrist. Or it is for where do you wear your watch? Because I always wear mine right down on the...
Right down on
Yeah.
the bone, yeah.
Yeah, it's possibly a little bit on the large
You
size.
get something to take a link out of it.
Yeah.
You push the two sides in to get it to open. So
Ah! Well, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, one of these links will probably come out here, won't they?
yeah.
See you guys at Mum's. I've collected me mother, look.
Lots of things will be a bit too big. What are you telling them this
I'm
time?
just telling them I got you.
Okay.
Collected you up. And that we've got your 40% off voucher. I was telling them this morning what a sucker you are for a voucher, how much you love a coupon.
Well, it's just that they said before the phone call.
Oh.
So I thought it's a shame not to use one.
We've always liked the food before.
Yeah, I just thought it's a change, a bit different.
Well, it's 7 o'clock, I'm home, I'm pyjamaed. I can't go to sleep because my bed is full of stuff that needs listing. I put all this stuff in my bed this morning to force me to list it, and now I have to list it. So I'm going to sit, I've got Lucifer on the telly. I decided to watch Lucifer again from the start. Daily dose of Tom Ellis. And I'm going to sit here and list this lot before I go to bed tonight. And then I'm working tomorrow. I'll come back in a bit and tell you how I've got on. It's about 10:30. I have listed 2 full bags and run out of the will to live. Still needs photographing, but that can happen tomorrow evening or Saturday morning or something. I'm tired. It's been a difficult day today. Some days are more difficult than others. And work tomorrow. Yay. See you guys in the morning. Thank you for joining me for part 1 of this week's waffle. We'll be back tomorrow with part 2.